Alright, good morning everyone. Gonna wait until some people get in here and then we'll start explaining what we're doing and whatnot. Basically I've got an account set up with NinjaTrader and we're just waiting for some funds to get deposited. That way we can start trading micros. But apparently with the debit card it takes quite a bit of time. Looks like I'm on support with them. We'll see if we can happen to get this squared away so I can do a wire before. If not, I've got a small prop account that we're gonna run some trades on when we jump into it this week. What's up, Josh? What's up, brother? I'm gonna see if I can't get some money in this account before we start our trading day. We might not be able to. I've just been playing around and practicing on this small 5K cash account, or not cash account, 5K prop account. That's up 2%. It doesn't really mean much to me. It just it was like 40 bucks to kind of just practice with. Hey Animesh, the funds didn't come in. I'm only putting $500 in. With futures you don't need to put in as much to make as much, I think, from what I'm understanding. But I'm talking with NinjaTrader support right now because I did a debit card transfer for 500, but it's let me know if the music's too loud too, or if it's too quiet. But we apparently it takes 3 days for a debit card to go through, but the wires are instant. So basically I'm trying to do a wire this morning, but I tried it over the weekend and they, like, my bank sent like 2 micro transactions to verify if it was accurate, and the micro transactions didn't come through because it was the weekend, and then like I don't see them in the account because they would technically be in the trading account, but they're not. So we're gonna see. The only problem with practicing on a prop account, a CFD prop account, is that the spread on NASDAQ here is like 25 cents. On the prop account right now, it's $2.25. Like, there's literally no spread on this NinjaTrader account, and this is the spread on the prop account. So we're just gonna, if I can't get the money in today while we're trying to trade, we're gonna just play around, take some positions on this 5K prop account, just play around with it, and we're gonna see if we can't get used to it maybe before we get the money in. That way we're ready. But ideally it's going to be such a good setup because we're going to be able to place trades straight off TradingView, right off these futures charts. It's going to be a good thing. I'm excited about it. Hey, good morning. I'm happy to see it too. It's good to be back, but I've been so sick and tired of like the Forex scene. I'm gonna be honest with you when it comes to just getting destroyed by spreads and commissions, and I can't tell you guys how many times IG literally would take me out when stop loss would get like close to when price would get close to my stop loss. The spread would be 0.8 pips and it would jump up to like 2.1 pips and just take me out and then go in my direction. I'm like, I can't even put my stop loss in a real place because the place that should get respected, it's not. And I can't tell you how many trades too recently, like over the last 2 or 3 months, where I've had price hit TP and then literally come down, but just because spread didn't hit it, because also when it gets to when price gets to TP, they widen the spread too so that it doesn't hit it. Like, I keep seeing this stuff over and over, and like the only advice I'm getting is like futures is probably like the place to go to avoid all that. So we're gonna try it out. I'm honestly excited about it. Plus we're gonna be able to capture some good movements on the 1 minute, which we just can't do in Forex, at least not with the brokers I've been trading with. No, they didn't come in. What's up, Lou? What's up? We're gonna be trying to get them in. I'm talking to NinjaTrader support right now because I'm just gonna have to do a wire, but they need the micro deposits to verify the wire, and then they're saying like ACH is, they're like, no, the micro deposits come from your bank only for an ACH, not a wire. And I was like, well, I did a wire and they're trying to do it. So I'm waiting for their support. Their support's reading through my message right now. But I've got a 5K. I'll show you in case you weren't here for it. I got a 5K account with E8 that I've just been playing around on. We're up like 2%. It's just a one phase. Just a, you guys know, you know me. If I'm ever not trading, it's usually that I'm not trading. It's that I'm trading like something really small. So that's where we're at. Market's about to open though. So I guess we're not going to focus too much on trying to get that wire off then, because the market's about to open and their support's not answering me yet. They're reading through my message, trying to figure it out. So we're gonna look at some positions on this small prop account and just kind of get used to futures for a day or two, I guess, until I can get that money in. And then we're going to be trading straight off here. But I already looked at, so I looked at the 1 hour and 5 minute. You guys can see already, like, there's not going to be much for us to look at. Price has been flowing up on ES, flowing up on Dow, and flowing up on Russell. We're not even going to worry about Russell today because we don't even have Russell on the prop account. It's only the other three, so that's all good. But yeah, I'm gonna start drawing stuff on. Nasdaq's gonna be the main one I want to get good at trading, so we're gonna see. We're gonna try to focus on that for the most part. Now, this candle, technically, coming back above here is gonna be an entry technically. Sounds like their support just reached out to me. We're gonna just draw on some things right here really quick. Let's get this candle, this flip right here. Looks like we're just melting now. I can show you guys on NQ exactly where price gave like a setup right before. You guys can see right here, up here, for a short position. But the thing is, I mean, this was pre-market, so I didn't take it. The thing is, a tight stop on this one would have got destroyed, but the setup was there. So it did push a little bit too, so that would have been a break-even trade, but it's not during our trading hours, so I don't really care. I was just pointing that out to you guys, how that setup, why we're selling off right now is because of that setup right there. Now, what was I gonna say about that? Oh yeah, so my like hard rule that I want to abide by is mainly it's just one candle stop losses. I really believe if we abide by a one candle stop loss, yes, we're gonna get a lot of break evens over time, but over time we're gonna have small drawdown, and it's gonna be a good thing. Just a one candle stop loss. That's kind of what I want to stick to. So, especially starting off, we want to make sure we're not putting on crazy amounts of risk up front. Yeah. Let me see what their support said. Hey, on Tweet, all good. We've been gone for a little while too. What's up, Anthony? We've been, so I'm just transitioning to futures this week. We've been winning with this method for quite some time though on. So look at this candle down here broke too, closing above that candle and that candle. I'm gonna get long on NAS when this candle closes. I wish we were on the actual account to start, but I'm gonna get in and this candle close above this zone right here, and you can see too this whole candle is getting flipped. Technically that body already got flipped, but we're looking for the whole candle to get flipped, which the high is right above this zone too. So I'm just gonna launch this trade if it closes higher, which it's not. Let's see if it closed higher on ES at all. Yeah, I'm gonna get in on ES. I'm long on ES with stop loss right below here. It's gonna look a little like messy because we're not executing right off here. But once we get the actual account set up, we're gonna be placing all our trades straight off TradingView. What the heck? Done alright? How in the world is this even right? The S&P on this prop account is at 5,730, but the actual price is 5,780. I don't know. I'm gonna have a little bit of learning to do. We're gonna be good though, guys. I got my stop loss. We're gonna keep it right where it's at under there. We're just playing around, really trying to get this NinjaTrader account set up though, just so you guys know. Yeah, I'm gonna move my stop below here. So yeah, basically the idea with what I want to do is I want to just put tight stops and constantly take off risk. That's going to be my goal, especially trading futures and having that option with no not really having to deal with spreads anymore like that and commissions. Honestly, yeah, not yet. This is not I haven't moved my stop yet, but yeah, we're just keeping it under this candle right now. It's gonna be a lot better. I just wanted to get on and talk with you guys today. It's gonna be a lot better once we have the actual positions on TradingView, because then I'm not gonna have to throw back and forth the charts and whatnot. Yeah, we're pretty much in right here. I don't want this candle to flip, so I'm gonna move my stop right to there, and we're in profit now, so we're locked in. Everything now is just profits for this trade, so I don't want it to flip. We're break even on this. This is how we're going to be trading, guys. This is how we're going to be trading. I'm going to look for, if you guys watch that video too, an immediate rebalance of here. If price taps there and takes off, we're going to move our stop up even higher. This is technically though, just so you guys know, I'll put it on here, technically where we got in the trade. So this is my entry, and stops pretty much right at the entry right now. And the reason we got entered up here too, when we got in right here, is because the spread on the CFD account, it's not like that on here. We would have got entered in right down here, and we would be pushing a good R right now. That's why I'm excited about this, guys, because we're gonna really have a good thing going. Looks like we're potentially creating a fair value gap. Now ideally we don't want it to get traded back into immediately, right? I'm moving my stop right below that candle right now, locking in even more. Feel that, man. Yeah, and see, we're locked in right now for 0.63% on this prop account, just trailing. Okay, price is taking these highs. I'm just gonna move my stop right above this candle as well. We don't want this whole thing to get flipped. We're gonna put it like right there. Jeez, I wish we were in the account, guys. I wish we were in a cash account right now. I'm putting my stop losses. We're locked in. We're locked in for at least 1% right now on this prop account. Yeah, I do not want this. I don't wanna. I'm gonna trail up to there, about halfway in this candle. I want to lock in some profits. I'm doing this. We're gonna be able to trade. We're gonna be able to make more money off a $500 futures account though, than off of Then off of this 5K prop account, though, I guarantee that. All right, we're trailed up some. This is where we're locked in. I'll show you guys on the E8 account too. We're literally trailed right there. I'll leave it here for a second. How much am I risking? I just kind of threw on a half lot. I need to figure that out a little better. But see, look at, so the idea is we're not gonna be giving the markets all these unnecessary profits. Okay, prices has come down some. Let's X out. Let's see where we're at. We've trailed to lock in 1.37%. I think we had like maybe a 0.5% risk on this trade, so we're up probably like 2.5 R. Okay, this candle closed. Let's just trail below this candle, lock in 1.5%. You know what? We're pushing higher. I don't want this candle to flip. We're already above buy side liquidity, so we're happy trailing at 1.81%. No, look, I'll show you because we've already so technically, like, this is my target, and then after this I want like basically the other side of the range, and then after that I want to trail aggressive. You want to like give it some breathing room to get to where you want it to go. After that though, we got to trail aggressive. There's no point in giving up all of this. So I mean, we can lock in 2% for the day. We might get trailed out, but I'm gonna lock it in. This is I mean, there's no reason giving up this entire move, you know what I mean? Alright, we're trailed out. So look at, that's kind of how we're going to be trading, but the profits are going to be so much better on the actual account. We got trailed out like up here. But look at, okay, so we got put in right here. That's a 4.8, or no, we got like a 2.29 R, right? Because our initial stop was right here. But had we gotten an actual fill, like right when we entered the market, that's 3.6 R. So you see 3.6 R versus 2.29 R. That's how these spreads are destroying us. Absolutely destroying us. So like a 25-cent spread compared to literally, it's what is it? You can see it. Okay, for here it's not as bad. It's like a 50-cent spread. But on NQ, right now it's $1.67. I guess it was a little higher pre-market. Let's shift back to the charts though. We didn't get it close higher, so we don't have any entry set up right here. Let's get rid of some of this noise. Yeah, brother. Right above this range. So this candle swept sell side. That body of it that broke out, I just created a zone on it, and then once we closed higher, we were in. Yeah, the spreads made the entry higher, but we're gonna be trading straight off NinjaTrader, right off the futures exchange, right here on TradingView. Once they get my money over, and we're gonna be trading micros with a $500 account at first. It's gonna be high risk, so it's not like we're not gonna be making returns. Like one micro on a $500 account, you can make $500 in a week, you know. But from what I'm seeing, yeah, we are only looking at these three assets right now because Russell is not on the prop challenge. Alright. I mean, that was a good setup there too. It's set up on the Dow. It's such a beautiful strategy though. I mean, we've been trading similar to this the whole time, so it's nothing new, but let's get rid of all the noise. Alright, we break back. Let me do that. If we break back below there. Yeah. And I guess this would be where we're looking to break back below. Nothing we can really clearly track here. I mean, clearly it rejected off these highs here, but we wanted to close above and then we wanted price to push lower. Let's look at, I think our closest setup's going to be on Dow. Yeah, the higher, yeah, no, see, that's not how it's going to be. Our entries are going to be literally where we get in once we get this money in here. We're not going to have to deal with that anymore. It's looking like we might have to wait, because I'm having trouble with them with like I already sent 500 on a debit card. It's just probably not going to be here until Wednesday. So you guys might just have to bear with me some for like 2 days. We'll just trade this 5K prop challenge and see what happens. Let's go to 15 minutes. Yeah, these candles are just, it swept lower, now we swept higher. Pushing up like that. Honestly too, I didn't take this because it was late, but where was it? Was it NQ? Oh yeah, so this is so I'm technically like there's two ways to do this. This is aggressive off the body once it closes higher than the body of the breakout candle, or if you want to wait until it closes above the entire candle, right? I mean, either of those trades worked in this case, right? You got your push here, you got your push there, you're trailing, right? Let's take this back. Guys, we might get funded 5K though. We might just mess around and get funded 5K practicing. Okay. I really want to spend a season though just on a small futures account and try to run it up. Okay. Swept higher. No close above yet. We might get a close above on NQ here soon, which will give us a good spot, a good zone to flip and go short on if we have that opportunity. Alright, yeah, if this gets flipped, I'm gonna go short. Alright, this is just a mess at this point. Let's just clean the charts on ES. This same thing right here, we're just waiting on this. If that zone gets flipped, and we're in. And then now let's just put on everything for ES. Alright, this is where we live right now. This is our zone. I had to get them on. Alright, now we're hanging out. But look at that. Yeah, we had a banger trade already, and we're not even taking advantage of the better market conditions of futures yet. Yeah, I'm excited, guys. It's gonna be a good thing, I think. No trades yet. We can let's hang out on the 15-minute now. That's probably going to be a better idea. There's a whole lot going on down here. We just delete all that right now. Because we know, we want to just focus on the range we're in right now. That's going to be our best option. Let's see what happened with Russell. Not a whole lot. No clean setups it looks like, but we can't even trade it. Who knows if it'll even be worth trading once we're... Guys, don't get me started too. We got Bitcoin futures on NinjaTrader. We might be trading Bitcoin. Let's expand these zones. That way it's just a little easier to see when price starts kicking down. You know what though? Can I get away with having 4 screens? Oh no, I did not pay for that plan. I did not pay for the 4 screen plan. I honestly don't even like doing that. I just like it on one screen. Let's look at NQ because that's going to be our main pair that we're going to be trading, honestly.
God-like features that,
in all honesty,
special among us will ever taste. You know, it's something that truly exists in all of us. It's very simple. This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it. Period.
You know what I can do too? Let's do this. Let's do this. We gotta take advantage sometimes of the alert system here. Custom name. DAO. Alright, we're gonna put alerts on DAO and on ES. And then we're gonna just stick with NQ. I'm just watching NQ right now. Oh, nice, brother. Nice EU trade. Alright, let's see. I don't know if this wire thing's gonna happen. They don't even know how to tell me if I'm doing a wire or ACH.
That's just, I just believe that. I believe that I can create whatever I want to create.
Unless I'm doing something wrong, it's probably me, but... How am I even talking? Is Tradeovate and NinjaTrader the same? Are they owned by the same people? Because I'm not even talking to NinjaTrader support, it looks like. Oh yeah, just so you guys know, 1 hour is not, 1 hour is just climbing. We talked about it in the chat this morning. Expecting higher prices on NQ, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Which it made a nice run lower before it went higher. It definitely did. It's gonna take some getting used to like the sizing though, because I don't know how much like so a micro, if we put our stop like right here on a sell, like this like behind one candle on a micro on Nasdaq, that's like with just a $500 account, that's a $24 stop loss. Then we get a run like like we just did on ES. That's $100 trade on a $500 account. You know what I mean? And then if we're constantly removing risk, it's I feel like we're gonna have a good opportunity to scale a smaller amount, as opposed to needing like with forex, you need to put in like if you want to have like a $500 week, you got to put in like $7,000, $10,000. You know what I mean? But with a $500 account, if we play really aggressive defense, I don't see why we can't double up a $500 account in a week. Yeah, yeah, no. I think the best part about it though is it's gonna be the trailing part. Like honestly, I really believe that like if we even stick with false break, true break, we stick with just any of the liquidity concepts we've been trading. But if we trail the way we trail, um, like and play aggressive defense, I think we're gonna do very well. The reason though I think this is gonna help with the trailing is because this model gives me a one candle entry, so I know that when I enter the market, I can enter with a very tight stop loss, only behind one candle. So it's a very like accurate candle to put the stop behind. It's technically the indication candle of distribution starting, right? Now, like this part of the range right here, this part of the range is the accumulation stage. This part is the manipulation stage. When this zone flips and we get a candle break out of here, this is the very first candle, and this is why it's a good candle to put your stop behind. This is the very first candle indicating that distribution is going to happen. Now, sometimes it's not actual distribution. We might just get a little push, get break even, or a little bit of profit. But then in the trade you just saw, it clearly was the very start of distribution. It was the very start. Like we literally saw that as price flipped down in here, then price started distributing. So that's why it's a good candle to put your stop behind, and why even if it doesn't just make a crazy move like this every day, it's still going to at least push a little or push just enough to get us break even, right? If we can get break even, some profits, break even, some profits, some profits, some profits, break even, a ton of profits, that's how we're going to grow. I traded like this a while ago when I traded supply and demand lines,
Stop.
but it
Don't
was
let him
super
HELOC until you know
discretionary.
about
Like
HEI. HELOCs
I
are
had to
like
decide which
borrow
lines I
money.
was looking for, and then ultimately I had to I was a lot of stress, and it was really early on in my trading. I don't think any of you guys were here for it even. Um, but basically, what I was doing is I was putting my stop loss behind one 5 minute candle and just trailing. So I've done this before in the past, but it's just been a while since I've implemented it. And now that we're trading liquidity, I think it's going to be pretty cool to implement it because I hadn't done that in the past. I had done it with just supply and demand, and it worked. I had turned by trailing stop loss. I had turned a 4K account. This was maybe in year 2 of my trading. I turned a $4,000 account into 7,000 on a forex broker too, even with like a 1 pip spread. It was on AUD USD. But the reason it worked well is because it was like all my losses were so small, and just every now and then you're just gonna catch price running for you, and it literally like my biggest drawdown I think in turning 4K to 7K was like it was like a 4% drawdown I think. But then I got like I had too much pressure getting to me, and I stopped, and the internal struggle. Plus the system it was like just taking, instead of supply and demand, you're taking like actual like the opening price of the supply and demand. So like if price came back to here and rejected off of here, we'd be looking to take price higher. stuff like that. And it's a good strategy. It's just super discretionary because it's like which ones you use, which ones don't you use. Like, you know, technically price came in and it is holding off of here right now. You can see off of this zone, and we held. Technically, we'd go higher, like stuff like that, but then just trailing. And it was like on AUD USD on the 5-minute chart. But yeah, no, the whole point of that story was basically I feel like if we just trail stop loss and play defense for a season, especially with futures and how heavy you can trade, I feel like we're gonna have something good going on. It's gonna be up to us to be locked into trail right. 15-minute candles are closing. It's 10 a.m. Price is going higher. We're inside of a big range right now on all of these pairs. Inside of a big range. We haven't formed a new high. We're just technically pushing higher on all these pairs. We've got alerts on the other pairs, so we'll just stay locked in with NQ for right now. Yeah, Josh, it's contracts, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, you only need, at least with NinjaTrader, you only need $50 in to trade one micro. And one micro, like, look at, like, I'll just put it on right now. If we were to trade one micro, and we put our stops, like, above that previous candle, like, that's literally a $46 stop, and, like, let's say we were targeting down here, $75. Let's say we're taking risk off quick, and, you know, we're just trailing like that. With a $500 account, we can do, skip this guy. We can do pretty decent moves, you know? So I'm not, like, treating it like, I'm not gonna be focused on percentage returns. My focus is purely gonna be on just, you know, trying to, like instead of having like a start, like if I want to make a couple $100 for the week, you know, to start, like instead of having to put in like 5,000 in, you know, trying to just trade small, I would rather put in like this 500, knowing like, okay, I'm risking this 500, let's try to run it up and, you know, get comfortable with it first without just keeping thousands of dollars in the account, because there's no point in doing that. That's like stuff that I didn't like about Forex, honestly. They literally force you to put in that much money because of like the margin requirements and stuff. Like to make $500 on like even a fast moving pair like USJPY, you literally have to get like 100 pip move on a $10,000 account. Like it's insane. Maybe like a 70 pip move. Either way, it's ridiculous. We could literally make $500 on this 1 minute chart with one contract, literally by just even the daily lows getting reached, right? Like literally the daily lows, like just in one day on a $500 account, you could double up. Now we're not trying to gamble, right? Like I said, we're just trying to take off risk with a heavier size and a very small startup capital. I was watching too over the weekend. I don't know if you guys know who he is. I'm sure you do. His name's Trades by Matt. I'm pretty sure that's his name, or his channel's name. And he was saying the same thing that I was thinking about before I even ever heard anyone say it. About how you don't need as much money to trade with when it comes to futures because of the sizing. Yeah, Zeke's putting in some gems there too. He's putting in some gems. Here, I'll be right back. Let me do this. Yeah, the only thing I'm not 100% sure about with futures yet is my candle color. So we gotta figure that out because red and black might not be it. It's not bad for now though. Everything else just kind of hanging out at the top of this wide range that we just formed. Alright, we could see lower prices on NQ. If we sweep back below there though, I mean like, there's a whole mess going. That's one thing I'm gonna have to like get used to too, is just how messy the futures price looks. But if it's the real price, if this is really what price is doing, I'd rather be trading that than price that looks clean and, you know, it's just not even really there. Alright, let me see. They just sent some instructions. Maybe we get the wire up now. Let's see. I'm gonna read through it really quick. You guys gotta tell me when we start dropping lower. Make sure we don't miss it. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe I just don't know how to send a wire, I guess. What the heck? Let's see if, I mean, we got the alerts on it, but I just want to check it. Yeah, none of them are getting close. We're getting closer on NQ than anything else. Alright, NQ, looks like we're about to go short. Maybe. If we close below, if we flip this body, I'll go short. Not yet. Not yet. Maybe it's company I need to play or a person I need to play. Oh wow, I'm doing this all wrong. We might be in today, guys. We might be making headway today. Still no setup. Ugh. Nah, I just took the first one. My bad. We're looking for another short here on NQ if we close below here. I'll put it on the actual thing once we're in. Yeah, just the first one. Nothing yet. It looks like we'll be coming out of the zone right now. On the other side. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna have to put in all their information, it looks like. We're making progress though. We might just have to wait, guys. I'm not trying to mess this up somehow. Okay. I'm gonna get this set up. What's up? Good morning, guys. Yeah, or no, I didn't try Tradeovate. I tried AMP, and AMP was like, they asked me to reach out to my work and ask to get permission from my work before I could trade with them. And I was like, what in the world are you guys asking? Like, for me to get permission to open a trade account with you guys? So I just didn't even entertain them. And I was like, that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And so I just went with NinjaTrader after that. I didn't try Tradeovate though. So you don't need do you not need a routing number for a wire? You just need the bank account number? I'm not about to send money if it didn't even make me put in a routing number. We might be going higher, which might be clearing highs though. Let me swap over. Yeah, you can see this is a high now. that we have to work off of because price did top out there. Price did top out and then pull back some. So that's what we have to work off of. Same thing here. Oh, we might be in a position sooner than later. We'll do this. We didn't, yeah, this didn't top out here, but we did here. See if we get a close lower. This is on ES. Yeah, and I'm so tired of like these platforms not loading and stuff. Like I go to put in a position on this match trader account and it's like it literally just like lags. It doesn't even like it takes 5 seconds. It's like that 5 seconds could literally make or break your position or you getting in it or whatnot. Oh, we might have a better setup here soon on NQ than over on ES. We might have to just focus on NQ, I think, and not try to trade all these assets. You know what? Worst case scenario, let me try transferring $1. Did it get sent? I'll do mine on microtransaction. Dollar does not show up in my account, then we are not transferring any more money. It's a shame though, they take 3 days for debit cards. I've never seen that before. Yeah, I've never seen that. I've never seen that at all. I'm just gonna focus on NQ for today, guys, while we get used to things. We do want to look at, so if you guys saw my first video about WRT, the main thing we're going to be looking at is the 1 hour and 5 minute, even on futures. The thing is though, there's just nothing, like price is just above everything to the left right now, or at least everything recently to the left on the 1 hour. On the 15 minute, that's where we're going to start seeing some other potential setups. We need price to close higher than here though right now. We need to see price punch above and close above, and then we have an area to flip off of. We're just gonna focus on NQ for right now. I guess like on the 1 hour and 5 minute, it's a little easier to track all those assets, but not as much here. Alright, clear flip body right here, guys. We flip this body right here and go lower. All these buyers are about to get pump faked. This is, I mean, we can leave this on too, because this is, I mean, if we see price close below here, let's say we're trailing, we see price close below here, we know, okay, we have indication it could even go lower at that point. Yeah. Do we have $1 in our account? Nope. Yeah, we're gonna wait, guys. We're gonna just, it's gonna be not ideal, but I just wanted to be on here with you guys regardless. we're just gonna wait until the money from the debit card hits. We're just gonna wait. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to short though. Stops right above this this down candle. There's half a lot on CFD NAS over here. Stop loss right above there. We're not short yet, I'll tell you. Oh yeah, our stop loss is literally like a 0.1% risk right now. I can imagine it was a little bit greater before though, on that last trade. Yeah, no trade yet, no trade. No trade. I don't know if this helps or if it just bothers me. If it helps people seeing things. That way you know what we're trading. But you know what? Let's just stick on NAS for right now because that's gonna drive me nuts. Having that on my chart. I see people trade with that. I'm like, you guys definitely just aren't locked in because there's no way that's comfortable looking at. Alright, I'm gonna short. Stops above this flip candle once we close. Once we close. Looks like 0.3% risk. We did not close. See, that's why you gotta wait. Even if it drops right now, it still wasn't a valid entry. So I didn't take that. I didn't take it yet. I've gotten better at waiting until like 1 second after. I don't care if I'm 1 second late, because I would rather be in a valid setup 1 second late than an invalid setup right on time. It's probably obvious what I'm trading. If anyone needs to ask, we'll just tell them. You see how this is important though, guys? How price is making deliberate rejections from closing below here, because once it closes below there, it's indicating distribution. Alright, I'm short. Stop loss right above. Give or take some for the spread. Let me put it on the chart here. That way you guys see. That's about where our stop's at right now, right above that candle. Open-ended trade. Might get tagged out. We haven't got tagged out. It's a little bit aggressive of an entry because it didn't close below the full thing, but it did close above below the body. Alright, we got tagged out. We lost like 10 bucks. Yeah, the first trade we made $107, and this trade we just lost $15. So that's like, now that we got tagged out on there, the only other entry I'll look for in this area is a more conservative close below this entire zone. But yeah, see, this is why it's gonna be so much better. Literally, our first trade was like 8R compared to that loss we just took. Just a 1 candle loss on an aggressive entry there. The only other second option is getting a close below here now. It's about to be 10:30. Yeah, but the spread, guys, the spread's literally 8 times higher on this profit count. Alright, I'm gonna potentially short here in a second. More conservative entry now, our only second option in taking this position if we close below the whole candle now. We tried to get an early entry off the body close below the open of that candle, but got wigged out. This is gonna be the only other option we take on this, and then if price does something else, we just wait for the next setup. We're up $93 on this 5K account for the day. Alright, nothing yet. It's gonna be so nice to trade straight off of TradingView. Alright, it could be happening. We could be getting these distributive shorts here soon. Or we're gonna see higher prices. Prices having a hard time deciding it wants to go down. Yeah, I'll show you guys where it's at for the day. Or yeah, we're up $91 for the day on this. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this account once we get the funds in here. Like, I'm not gonna try to trade both at once, so I kind of just got the 5K account to practice on without having to risk any like money. It was like 40 bucks, so I was like, all right, let me just risk $40 while I'm getting transitioned to futures. And so I don't know, it would be a shame to not use it though more fully. We could definitely see price drop after that though. After that wick up higher like that, taking out all the early sellers like we were just a second ago. But you see how we limited our risk by just putting it below that entry candle, technically that candle being this one right here. So instead of taking this entire risk, 47 ticks, we took like half that.
It works. It's fast. It works fast. Fast cold and flu relief that quickly dissolves in water.
We'll see if we get short here in a second. It's gonna be trade number 3 for the day.
Try Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold and Flu.
Really, we definitely have a hard stop on 3 losses. So if we take 3 losses, we're done. We've taken 1. Alright, I'm short. Stop loss right above that candle. Yeah, that spread's crazy. We didn't push any profit because of the spread. We didn't push any profit because of it. Just so you guys know. Yeah, like literally we got in like, honestly that's probably pretty accurate to the price we got into at. 322. No, 324. I'll put it, it was 324.42. Look at, you'll see right here exactly how that spread worked. Alright, I'm gonna move stop though. Because our initial stop's way up here. We're gonna move our stop right below that candle that's pushing for us now to take off some risk. Not yet though. Not yet actually, not yet. I'm gonna keep it above the initial candle. Right now our stop's above this initial candle still. above our entry candle. Open-ended trade. Now if we start pushing, I'll start to cover risk some. Okay, I'm covering risk to right here. That's where I'm moving my stop. Yeah, we don't want this candle to flip higher. We do not want it to flip higher. Might be a little too aggressive on this one, but I'm never gonna move my stop back. Yeah, we got wigged out. Lost like $9. Might have been a little aggressive on that one. Probably should have kept it above here, right above that candle. But let's see. I'm out of this trade. We lost like $8 on it. I'll show you guys. So 3 trades for the day so far. But we have a hard stop on 3 losses. So if we take another loss, we'll be done for the day. Let's kind of reset our charts though, with where we're at. Let's go to the 15-minute and the or let's start back at the 1 hour. Yeah, see, we're just candles are just flowing higher at this point. We don't really have anything to work off of. And now the immediate range that we're in here, it's right here. All right, clean charts. This is where we're at, what we're working off of. We've got that right there. This did not close. Oh, it's still going higher. It's still going higher. So this is not technically a high. You know what's crazy though too? Without that spread like that, like we literally would have pushed 31 ticks. And we would have trailed aggressive on that, but it's gonna be a little difficult until we get the NinjaTrader account set up. Okay, we'll watch it from the Match Trader tab. Once we're in the position, because we're doing all our charting here. So once we're in the trade, I'll just switch over to the Match Trader right away, and we'll do that for the next day or so until the money hits. Because that $1 I deposited is now gone. It never made it, so, or unless they just don't take $1, but. Yeah, we'll watch it. That's a good point. By Wednesday, we're not gonna have any of those problems at all. By Wednesday. Let's see if anything else is setting up. I'm pretty sure these candles are just flowing higher. Yeah, so we have nothing over on the Dow. Nothing yet over on we did get an initial break out of there, but full body candle. We still have a potential setup on ES. There's not any, so we're probably going to focus on NAS, and then when NAS, like, we're just not in anything, instead of sitting on our hands waiting around, these other assets will probably be like, okay, let's take a look at what else is going on right now. Plus, what was the trade we hit on today? It was S&P already. S&P is the one we hit in the beginning, pretty early on. So, well, I mean, we'll look for, yeah, this is the breakout body. We're looking for it to get flipped. We'll take a position off of it to go lower. If we close here, I'll switch to match. Let's just make sure it closes, then I'll switch. Let's get in the position first. Alright, I'm short. Let's do this. Flip trading view over to the other screen so I can see it still. Open positions. Stop loss gonna be above this candle, give or take some for spread. Yeah, you see the spread on here? It's ridiculous. I don't think ES is as bad though as NASDAQ spread is. But basically I'm just gonna trail as candles push for us and whatnot and try to take off risk. Little inside bar right now. Taking the top of the inside bar. Hopefully we get a push lower now. If not, this will be the last trade. Risking about $30 on it. We're green for the day no matter what. Oh yeah. Better get the drop. Oh, the difference is going to be huge, brother. It's going to be absolutely huge. It's going to be absolutely huge, the difference. Kind of got a good feel here though for the sell, right? All right, we grabbed the high of that liquidity. It's hard to trail with the spread like this, but We're gonna give it some breathing room. Let's give it some breathing room. Let it push into our favor some. We're green for the day. It's our last trade for the day. As candles close lower, we'll start trailing a little bit more aggressive, right? Because this candle it says green here on my other chart. It's technically red. On the futures pricing. I don't even know what that's supposed to be or why it looks like that. So yeah, little risk, open-ended trades, unlimited profit potential. It's gonna be the name of the game. Oh, I'm looking at red candles over here on my trading view chart. That's what, yeah, we're gonna have to switch from the red candles. It's last trade, if we lose this, it's last trade for the day. Plus our trading hours are almost over too, but I've said in my video, the goal is going to be to try to secure some profits early on in the day and hopefully maybe get that last trade to run a little bit more for you. Be a little more conservative on it, right? Plus we have no reason to trail our stop, we haven't pushed at all and we have nothing to trail out on. We might get tapped out here. Yeah, we got tapped out. Okay, it was still a 1% gain today on this prop account. So our first day live trading futures. Let's go. Let's just bring this back over. First day live trading futures, 1% gain on just a practice account. Well, it's not a practice account. It's a 5K prop account that we're using for practice. And then we're going to be trading straight off here ASAP. I'll try to figure out the wire, but it might just be us needing to hang out on the streams and chat until Wednesday comes in. Then we're gonna have an actual account to trade straight off TradingView, and it's not gonna be the back and forth stuff. Looks like we're peaking out a little bit lower again though. It'd be crazy if it takes off now. Let's see if NQ ended up taking off after we got in. NQ's still chopping. Yeah, so when it's chopping like this too, when we're in choppy markets, whether it's Forex or futures, you're just better off, if we just took 3 small losses for the day, we're just better off being done for the day. But we took 4 trades total, 1 win, and 3 losses, and we're still up 1%. So we made $100 on the first trade, and then between the 3 other trades, we lost $50. That's how we're going to be able to see growth, right? Because ultimately we're just giving the market a penny, and we're trying to take a dollar when it gives it to us. You know what I mean? So I'm super excited about this risk management. I'm even more excited to see how well it plays out once we're actually on the futures pricing and charts themselves. It's going to be game changer. So we're going to close out for the day. We're going to pray it out like we always do. Father, we just thank you for everything that you do in our lives. We just pray for your mercy and your grace to continuously be poured out on myself and my brothers. Just thank you for the support they've given me recently. And I just pray a blessing upon them. And I just pray that you lead us into your presence, Father, on a daily basis and help us get closer to you. Father, I can admit I haven't been as close to you as I'd like recently, and I just pray that you continue to draw me closer to you again, and just help my brothers where they need help. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right, team. We're going to sign off. Love you guys. Amen. For real, thank you. I honestly got a little emotional just a second ago praying about that, but your guys' support means a lot, and I'm excited about this transition, and I'm excited to not, isolate through the hard times and just kind of lean on the community for this season coming up. It's not going to be easy because it's not, how I've been in the past, but you guys have shown me that that I can talk with you and can lean on you. So I just want to say thank you for that. I love you guys, for real. We're gonna be back tomorrow. Probably more likely than not, we're still gonna be on Match tomorrow, and then we'll just ditch the account or just leave it on standby when we start trading actual futures. But I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow, and thanks for joining.